I'm Lisa. Today's class is a 1-hour Vinyasa flow, and you can see I'm on a different surface today because we'll be doing more standing balances. So if you want to set up on a firmer surface, maybe off of some carpet to help you with today's class, feel free to do that. You may want to have a block and a blanket for today's class also. And let's begin. We're going to start our class today actually standing in Tadasana, or mountain pose. So I'd like for you to separate your feet about hip distance apart. Start by shifting your weight slightly forward, just a little bit, to even out the weight between the front and the back of the feet. Slightly lift the arches. Engage the belly a touch, reach down with the hands. Chin is level, and as you're here, close your eyes. Continue to make little adjustments to your form as needed, especially with the body weight in the feet. There should just be a soft microbend in the knees. The mouth is closed, and you're starting to breathe in and out through your nose. Slightly tilt the chin downwards, moving into an Ujjayi breath, so you can hear the breath as it moves in and out through the nose. As you sink into more groundedness with the feet and with the breath, set an intention for yourself with today's class. Maybe it's about challenging yourself more. Maybe it's about forgiving yourself. Maybe it's about something else that's going on in your daily life. Go ahead, open the eyes, chin level. Reach up with your arms, taking the chin and the gaze up. Exhale, draw your hands in at your heart. Inhale up again. Exhale in. Inhale up. And exhale in. From here, inhale your arms up. And then exhale the elbows down and back. Holding here, opening the chest more, taking the chin and the gaze skyward, pulling the shoulders down and back. Belly is still engaged. Head comes to level. Hands come in at your heart. Once again, inhale up, exhale out. Down and in. Take your hands back at your sides. Inhale the left arm up. Turn the palm towards your head. Exhale, lean over to your right. Feeling a stretch in the left side of the body. And as you do this, let the head or the ear on that right side come down towards the right shoulder. Let the head stay here, but just release the arm down. We're moving now into more of a neck stretch. And to modify or vary the stretch in the neck, just take the chin and the gaze, turn them slightly up and back. Rise back up. Inhale up with the right arm palm is toward your face. Exhale, lean to your left. Breath is still moving. Release the left ear more downwards towards the left shoulder. And now release the right arm down, moving into our neck stretch. Taking the chin and the gaze up and back. And rising upright. go ahead and step our legs wider apart. Put some bend into the knees. Hands are on your thighs. Push your bottom back. Open your chest. Draw in a breath. Exhale, twist to your right. Keep the breath moving. On your next inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to your left. Pushing that right arm in and against the right thigh. Making your way back to center. We're going to do a standing version of cat-cow. So from here, open the chest, draw the shoulders down, come forward and up as you inhale with the chin, the gaze, and angle your tailbone upward even more. As you exhale, round, drawing your tailbone down, chin towards your chest. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, round, draw down and in. Once again, inhale, forward and up. Exhale, draw in. Roll up to a standing position. Walk your feet in closer. Back to Tadasana. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Releasing down, putting bend in your knees if you'd like to. Letting the top of your head hang down. If the hands don't come to the floor, grab the elbows. You can also rest your hands on your block. As you look back at your knees, the middle of the kneecap should be aligned with your second and third toes. Shift your weight more into the front of your feet. If it feels good, a couple of neck circles in both directions. Otherwise, the head can stay still. And then move back into stillness with the head. Reshift the weight forward. Inhale, rise up halfway to Ardha Uttanasana. Drawing the belly in, taking the crown of your head, extending it forward. Back is firm and shoulders are drawn back and away. It's as though you're trying to lengthen the spine all the way up, even at the neck level, and draw the head forward. If you need to make this pose more comfortable, a little bend in the knees can help here. Exhale, fold back down. Step into a plank. Shift your shoulders over your wrists, firm up the legs, and keep your gaze more towards the top of your mat. So just do a little bit of movement back and forth, plank to down dog. And then settle back into your plank. Breathing. Raise the right foot up a couple inches. Try to keep the hips at the same level. Breath is moving. Lower the right foot down. Raise the left foot up. Lower the left foot down. Spread the feet wider apart on your mat. Keeping the hips level, firming the belly. Raise the right arm up. And then lower down. Push into the earth with the right hand. Raise the left arm up. Keep the breath moving. And lower the left arm down. Walk the feet in closer together. Exhale down, chaturanga. Elbows drawn in at your sides. Toes are pointed. And aim the points of your elbows downwards even more to open the chest. Inhale to just a gentle cobra to begin with. Exhale down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale down. Inhale, cobra. Float the feet and the hands, drawing the elbows back even more. Gaze is going out in front of you or downwards towards the mat. And you're breathing. Exhale, release down. Relaxing and letting go with the back side of the body. On this next one, you can either continue with another cobra, or if you prefer, rise up to upward facing dog. All right. Inhale, rising up. If you're in upward facing dog, the thighs float off the mat. The chest is open and the shoulders are drawn back. Breathing. Curl under your toes, exhale, push back into a down dog, pedal your feet. And then settle into your dog, releasing the heels more downwards, relaxing the head, and breathing. On your next exhale, slowly walk your feet back to your hands into Uttanasana, forward fold, keeping the weight shifted forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, chest is open, back is flat. Exhale down. Inhale, rise slowly, reach up, hands come together above your head. Exhale them in at your heart. From here, you may want to start by being more towards the top of your mat. We're going to flow more with our breaths, so we'll be moving from one posture to the next in a little bit of a smoother, little faster fashion. Here we go. Inhale up. Exhale. Swan dive down, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale down, step back into your plank, and then Chaturanga. If you'd like, you can always do a knee Chaturanga as an option. Inhale, Cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Take another inhale, rise into the toes, bend the knees. Look between your hands, exhale, lightly hop to your Uttanasana, keeping the weight in the front of your feet. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, down. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, namaste. Okay, let's do one more, and then after this one, we're going to move into a little bit of a longer sequence. Here we go. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale down, step back into plank, jump back into Chaturanga, your choice. As you step back to your plank, you're inhaling, getting strong, exhale. And then inhale to your Cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Taking another breath, rise into the toes, bend the knees. Lightly hop at the end of your exhale. From Uttanasana, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise and reach up. Exhale your hands in at your heart. Okay, so we're going to start and move into our longer sequence. This is where you may want to have your block. If you like to use your block, I would place it more towards the top part of your mat so you can easily reach it. And here we go again. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold down. Is the weight in the front of your feet. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale down, step back to plank or jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, the right leg up. Exhale, draw that right foot forward and through to the top of your mat, squaring off your hips. Inhale, rise to crescent pose. The right knee should be pretty much above the right ankle. The left toes are aiming forward. From here, we're going to transition into a warrior one. The left heel goes down, the left toe slightly forward, but the gaze is still aiming towards the right foot. From here, transition into warrior two. You're drawing more weight into the outside edge of the left foot. You're keeping that right kneecap open, the middle of the kneecap in line with your second and third toes. The belly is slightly drawn in. Your energy emanates from around the solar plexus. It extends out downwards into the feet and up out through the fingertips and through the crown of your head. Your gaze is extending out beyond the right fingertips. Turn the right palm up, reverse your warrior. And now flow into Parsvakonasana. As you exhale down, right hand goes to the outside of the right foot, or you can rest that right hand on your block. Left arm goes up to the sky, gaze goes also upwards to the left. Lower the left hand, turn the left toes forward, body weight goes into the left hand, and if you're using the block, you can place the block underneath that left hand. Once again, about a 90-degree bend in this right knee. Square off the hips, so you're drawing that right hip back a little bit, left hip forward. On your next exhale, twist to your right. Right arm and gaze go up. If you have an injury, maybe you're taking that right hand onto the hip. Breathe. Right hand comes down. And lower the left knee, point the left toes. Inhale, drawing the arms back and up. Anjaneyasana. Relaxing and letting this left thigh in front of the hip extend forward and down. Once again, right knee is still stacked above the right ankle. Let's go a little deeper. As you next exhale, we're moving back into this position of the elbows bent and drawn back, chest open. Chin and gaze go up to whatever degree. Maybe leaning back more. Opening up deeper in this left hip. Bring the gaze back to center. Hands come back down to the mat. Curl under your left toes. Move back into your runner's lunge. Squaring off the hips. Inhale, crescent pose. From here, we're going to move into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Start to extend forward. As you do, the right hand will come to either the mat or to a block about 12 to 15 inches in front of your right baby toe. You're raising the left leg up to hip level. Left toes are flexed, pointed out to the side, and the left arm goes up to the sky. Breathing. Slowly take your gaze out to the side. If you can, Gaze can even go up to the sky towards those left fingertips. Slowly peeling back the left shoulder and the left side of the hip. Lower the gaze in the left hand. Step back really big. Open up lengthwise to your mat. And do a little bit of scissoring back and forth. Bending one leg, straightening the other. Come back to center, straighten both legs. The legs are as wide as you can comfortably go. You're releasing your hands down to the mat beneath your face. As an option, you can also release your hands onto a block, raising that block up at whatever level you need. Try and shift more weight into the front of your feet again, just like when we were in Tadasana to begin with. So you feel strong and grounded. You're lowering down to whatever level is possible without creating too much strain for the inner thighs or the knees. Maybe you're releasing the top of your head on a block. For some of you, maybe you're releasing the top of your head down to the mat. Breathe. Slowly pick the head up, turn to your left so that now your left foot is facing the front. You're in your runner's lunge. Step back into a plank. And then when you're ready, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Settle into your dog. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, bring it through to the top of your mat to runner's lunge. Drawing the left hip back, firming the belly. Inhale, rise to crescent pose. Checking the placement of the left knee so that it's stable above the left ankle. Release the right foot down, right toes are slightly aiming forward. Your torso is also aiming in the direction of the left knee. And you're breathing. Transition into a warrior two. Letting your gaze extend out beyond the left fingertips. Taking a peek down at your left knee to make sure the kneecap is still in alignment with your second and third toes. Left palm turns up. Reverse your warrior. Breathing. And now flow into Parsvakonasana. Deeper bend in the left knee. Left hand goes to the outside of the left foot. Right arm goes up to the sky. You can also place that left hand on your block. Always feel free to modify. Take the gaze and that right arm down. Turn the right toes forward. Once again, right hand carries the body weight, or place that right hand on a block. Shift the left hip back as you inhale. Exhale, twist to your left. Let the breath continue to flow in and out. Left hand comes down to the mat. Release the right knee down, point out the right toes. Inhale, back and up, Anjaneyasana. Take a moment here as you're breathing to just release any gripping or tightness around the right hip. Hands come down, elbows bent, open the chest more, leaning back or gaze upwards. Hands and gaze come back down to the mat. Moving back to a runner's lunge. Inhale, back and up to your crescent pose. From here, half moon. You may want to have your block on your left side. I'm just going to step back a little bit. Look about 10, 15 inches in front of that left baby toe. Take the left hand either to your block or to your mat. Raise the right leg up, right arm. The right toes are flexed and pointed out to the side. Slightly pull the right shoulder and the right hip to stack more. If you can, gaze goes up to the raised right hand. Are you breathing? Let the face go soft. Lower the gaze and the right hand. Turn to the side. Once again, pulsing the knees, bending straight. Coming back to center, shifting your weight forward, flattening your back. Exhaling, releasing down, Prasarita Padottanasana. If you want to do any variations, your hands can grab the ankles. The hands can also reach up to the sky. Let the hands come back down. Slowly lift up the head. Turn to your right. From your runner's lunge, step back into your plank. Inhaling, getting strong in your plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra or Upward Facing Dog. Exhale, Down Dog. Taking another breath, rise onto the toes. Exhale, lightly hop, or if you prefer, walk your feet back to Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise and reach up. Exhale, Namaste. All right, so we're going to add one more kind of standing balance pose. We're going to do a transition from tree pose into a warrior three. Our arms are going to be in a version of eagle pose. So, play with it, see how you feel. And if you feel you're too bound up with eagle pose, you can always modify. Hands may come at your heart. Or if you need to, when you're in your warrior three, arms can be pointed back towards your hips. Do a variation that best suits you. So I'm going to stand facing sideways to you at the camera so that you can see our transition from tree pose into warrior three. If you kind of tend to lose your balance a little bit, slow the movement down, the transition down. Be forgiving of yourself if you find that you kind of hit a stumbling block partway through. It's a bigger pose. Balance is oftentimes tenuous from day to day. You may feel really strong and grounded and balanced one day. The next day, it may be completely off. So let's see where we are at this moment today. We're going to start by creating a really strong base with our right leg. So start by placing your right heel into the mat. Roll to the ball of the foot, spread the toes, and really kind of push into the floor. From here, you're drawing your belly in, you're drawing your hips in a little bit. feeling the firmness, the stability move all along into the right side. You can choose your version of tree pose that you would like to do. Your first version, you're taking your left heel, placing it against the inside of your right ankle, and your left knee is pointed out to the side. A deeper version, maybe placing the bottom of your left foot against the inside of the right thigh, right calf, or even deeper, the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Once again, belly is firm, your gaze or your drishti is out forward in front of you, a spot that's not moving. Take a moment, see how wide you can get this left knee opened out to the side. From here, we're going to add our eagle arms. You can start by bringing your arms out in front of you. Left elbow goes underneath the right. So you're making kind of like a crisscross shape, like this. Then from this position, wrap the forearms, bring the palms together, draw your shoulders down. If palms together is too hard, maybe you're taking the backs of your hands together. Draw down. Once again, focus your gaze and your breath. We're now going to transition into our warrior three. Start to extend that left leg back behind you. Flexing the left toes. Left toes point straight downwards. Lower the left hip down, lower the chest down. You're looking at the floor in front of you and breathing. Once again, if you need a modification, take it. You can either lower your hands to the floor or unwrap and rise back up. Shake everything out. And from here, we'll go to our other side. How did this side feel? Did you feel strong? Let's see how this left side compares to your right. You may notice differences. Start by placing the left heel into your mat. Roll to the front of the foot, spread the toes, release fully down. Draw the hips in and the belly. Lengthen the spine up tall. And this time, right elbow goes underneath your left. Wrap the forearms, bring the palms together. Choose your version of of tree pose. Right knee opens to the side. Right foot can be on the calf, or right foot can go to the inside of your thigh. Take a moment too as you're here. If this right knee is coming forward, see if you can open it out to the side a little bit more. So choose what feels best for you. I'll go with the foot to the calf this time. Find your spot to gaze at. Feel really strong and stable around the core, around the hips and the stomach. Let's transition to our warrior three. Coming forward and down. Slowly moving into your warrior three, extending that right leg back, strong and straight, flexing the toes, lowering the right hip. Gaze is downwards, and you're breathing. Gently unwrap the hands, release back. Maybe pedal in a down dog a little bit, and then move into a child's pose. Knees come apart, big toes together. Shift back, forehead to the mat. If it feels better, you can also take the hands and reach back towards the heels. Start to gently just push back up. From here, we're going to move into our hip opener for the back of the hips today, pigeon. If you'd like, feel free to place a blanket, a bolster, or a pillow to support the front of the thigh and the hips. So I'll show you using our bolster or blanket how that would go. I'm going to start by opening up the right hip. I'm moving back into a down dog, settling into my dog, and bending my right knee. I'm going to draw my right knee forward to the outside right edge of my mat behind the right hand. I'm flexing my right foot and extending my left leg back straight. The top of my left thigh is resting on the blanket. My right hip is also on the blanket. Open up the chest, and as you're here, feel your body weight. Try and center so you're not leaning too much to the left or to the right. From here, exhaling, twist to your right. Can you see that left foot? If you can't, draw it in towards the center a little bit more. Make your way back to facing forward and feel the hips. See if you can draw the right side of the hip back just a little bit more to center and square off. Look forward as you exhale and release down. Just keep a longer, straighter back. You can either rest a fist or two, stacking them, letting the forehead come onto the wrists. Forehead can also rest on a block. And at any time, if you'd like, forehead can come down to the mat. Take nice, deep Ujjayi breaths as you're here. Draw the shoulders away from your neck. Feel the hips. Can you draw the right hip back a little more? Is your body weight even between left and right side? Try and let go down the length of that left leg, any gripping or tension you may feel, and then start to move into the right hip. As you exhale, try and let go just a little bit. Feel softness move in and more comfort. If this pose bothers your right knee at all, I want you to feel free to get out of the pose and lay on your back to move into a thread the needle as an alternative. And if you're doing your thread the needle, knees are bent, right ankle bone goes on top of the left thigh, right toes are flexed, point up to the ceiling, right knee is pushed back and away. If you can go deeper, you're threading your hands through the back of the left thigh and pulling in. All right, pigeon people. Start to take a cleansing breath as you rise back up onto straight arms. Going deeper here. Open the chest more and try and push that right hip down into the mat. If the left knee is okay with it, we can go into a big opener for the top of your left thigh. You're exhaling, reaching back with the right hand and grabbing the left foot. If this is uncomfortable in any way, just keep the left leg straight on the mat. Focus on opening up even more for that left front hip flexor. All right. If you are grabbing the foot, extend that straight. And from here, slowly roll onto your right hip, swinging the right leg around carefully, and then shaking and rolling the feet whenever it's comfortable for you. Let Let's move now to our left side. You'll make your way back to your down dog. Pedal the feet a little bit, and then settle into your dog. Bend your left knee, draw that left foot forward to that left edge of your mat behind the left hand. Flex the left toes, that left foot, extend the right leg back straight. And then, as you're here, shift your weight evenly between left and right side. Then twist to your left as you exhale. Can you see all of the right foot? If not, pull that right foot in towards the center of your mat. Just a little bit more. Make your way back to center. Equalize the hips. Maybe draw the left hip back a little bit more. Open the chest, flatten the back, look straight forward as you exhale and slowly release down. Maybe you're staying up higher. If this is your tighter side, if you feel like you have more movement on this side, maybe you're lowering down. Establish your breath. Draw the shoulders back and away. Put space between the teeth. Notice if you need to lean more into the left side or maybe more into your right side. Feel the difference in the body as you change that shifting of weight from left to right also. As you continue to breathe in and out, use your exhales to go deeper into the left hip to find release, pushing out any tightness as you let softness move in with those exhales. Start to begin your rise up, moving back to straight arms, opening the chest, taking this left hip and trying to push it down into the mat a little bit more. You're free to stay here. If you want to go deeper into greater opening for that right hip flexor and the right thigh, you're placing your body weight into your right hand, exhaling and twisting to the left, reaching that left hand back for your right foot. Pulling that right foot in to whatever degree is comfortable for you. And breathing. Release. Come back. So you're facing forward, gently roll onto the left hip, extending your left leg out in front of you, letting the blood flow down the length of that left leg, and then when it feels better, you can roll and move however you would like. At this time, we're going to lay down on our backs. Go ahead and bend your knees. We're going to move into a spinal twist. You choose what kind of spinal twist you would like to do today. So, first, maybe both knees are drawn into the chest. You can place a block between your knees if you'd like. If you have any back strain issues, this is a good position to go to. If you want a little bit of a deeper twist, the left leg is straight, the right knee is drawn into your chest. Another option is both legs up and straight, and you're going to exhale, taking both legs over to the side straight. This is a deeper twist.
Another one that you can do is cross the right knee over the top of the left knee. I'm going to go with this one. And you'll take in a breath. Exhale, roll to your left side. From here, you can open up the right arm, palms turned up, and turn your head to the right. Feel free to modify by resting the right hand if you need to on your right hip. You can also maybe just reach it back straight if that feels good to you. And also know that you can change the turn of your head if you need to for any kind of a neck issue. Even though we're kind of constricted around the waist, try to take a fuller inhale and exhale. As you lay here, feel free to close the eyes if that feels good to you. Slowly take your head back to center. You're rolling onto your back, uncrossing the legs. And if you like, you can always windshield wiper a little bit. And then let's go to our other side. Whatever you did on your first side, I suggest doing the same thing to even up the both sides. Both knees drawn in, or right leg straight, left knee drawn in, both legs straight, and they would release over, or left knee over the top of your right knee. Draw in a breath. As you get towards the end of your next exhale, roll to your right side. Open up the left arm and turn your head to the left. Head comes back. Make your way onto a flat spine. Knees are still bent. Take your feet out to the edges of your mat so that your foot is half on the floor, half on the mat. Make sure the knees are apart. Draw in a breath, exhale, let the knees fall towards your left side. If you want to go deeper and feel more of the pull, not just down the side of the hip and the waist, but maybe even down the side of the thigh, you can pick up your left foot and rest it on top of your right knee. If you want to go even deeper than that, you can reach your hands behind you and feel a greater pull all along that right side. Hands come down, slide the left foot off, slowly come back to center. Take a moment to realign the feet on the mat, and the knees, and then draw in a breath. You'll exhale, let the knees fall over to your right side, staying here, and at any time if you want to go deeper, you'll pick up that right foot, gently place it on top of your left knee to weight it down, and extend the stretch in your left side. You can also reach back with your arms. Notice if you feel any different sensations between left side and right. Hands come down, slide the right foot off, bring the knees back up, walk your feet back in closer together. Hug your knees into your chest. You can rock a little bit side to side. And from here, place your feet back down onto the mat. Extend your legs straight out in front of you. Reach your arms behind. Try and pull the entire body apart just a little bit more to find a little bit more length between the joints, between the spaces along the length of the leg and the arms and the shoulders, the back, the spine. Breathe in, maybe arch the back a little bit. Exhale, slowly release the arms down at your sides. Draw the shoulders away from your neck. We're going to be setting up for Shavasana. If you'd like to grab a prop, do so at this time. And then you'll space your legs a little bit wider apart. Your arms are drawn away from your sides, palms are turned up, or if you prefer, you can rest your hands on your stomach. Let the eyes close. Let there be space between the teeth. Maybe space between the lips. Let the eyes close and float lightly. Let go of any tightness or tension in the forehead. Feel the breath soften as you're laying here. Feel the back of the body sink into the mat. Let go with the hips and down the length of your legs. Notice the pressure points. Make any last bit of adjustment for the body, then settle into more stillness. Notice the limbs become more heavy. The thoughts of the mind slow down, and the breath slows down also. Begin to roll the fingers, the wrists, the toes. Start to take in a slightly deeper breath.
As your focus is brought back to your body, back to the thoughts of the mind. From here, roll onto your right side, staying in a fetal position. And as you lay here, take in a deeper breath. Gently push yourself up into a comfortable forward seated position, taking your hands together and pulling them in at your heart, chin downwards, eyes closed. Connecting back again to the breath, the heart. My quote today comes from Winston Churchill. The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. Once again, thank you for sharing today's yoga class. As always, the divine in me bows to the divine in you. Namaste. Thank you all. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Take care.